he would often shout from the monitor, neck up, because he kept saying, you know, what I love, there was a certain dress that I was wearing that really did look sort of like a figurine. It made me look like a little figurine on top of a cake. And he said, that dress you wore the first day, I want you to look like that, look like that. You keep your neck up. And so there was part of the thing of a certain regality, even if it was faux. You know, she was trying to be a woman of a greater elegance than she actually possessed. So, and he wanted me to have that, an air that she thought she was really something. We rehearsed a little bit, but also some amazing things happened on the day, which I give enormous credit to Michael Fassbender and as well to Steve McQueen, because they have such a wonderful working relationship and a shorthand with one another that they can kind of communicate with very little words, very few words. And, you know, I think in what we had decided, some of which is factual, but some of which we came up with, Michael and Steve and I, together, because so much of the story is told in the book, particularly, obviously, from Solomon's point of view. And there are many things about my relationship to my husband he could not have known about. So we kind of had to fill in some of the blanks. And some of what we did know is that I did have the money originally, but then once you marry, the money becomes no longer mine, and it was his, and the property and the plantation and everything is his, and so he really has all the power. And I think what we had decided is that there was a kind of powerful physical life between them at one point in their marriage, that's sort of what was the thing between them. I did want to work with Steve McQueen desperately, and I'd seen both Hunger and Shame, and I thought the thing about them that was so beautiful was that they were so honest. There was just from and also this thing of not being so hell-bent on close-ups to tell every story, that there would be an entire image that you could hold to tell something, the way you do with your own natural eye when you're looking at something, that you're not just seeing this much of an image, you're seeing the whole thing. And I think he does that so brilliantly, and he gets incredible performances from his actors, and there's a raw truth to the things that he does that I think is very compelling, and visually everything looks very beautiful and yet very real. There is just a truth and an honesty to his movies that I think are very valuable, because I just think that isn't always what you get nowadays with a movie, and I feel it is incredibly the marriage of his directing style with this story is, I think, imperative, because you can't tell this story, I think, without somebody behind the camera who is interested in the truth. Watching Chiwetel was to me a kind of masterclass in subtlety and in nuance, because he did have this 12 years of this story to tell, and starting in one place, and so it was just constantly changing and moving, and he had to keep the map of this, he and Steve together. I'm sure, you know, what was the journey, and what moment was he truly at the end of his rope, and what moments he was holding on to shreds of hope, and, you know, all these things, and I was able to see all of it